Hello viewers, welcome to Tradabulls. So Nifty created new all-time high as well as one of the best closings. So not only Nifty, so we have another sectors also created new all-time highs. Bank Nifty reached 54,000 plus mark and Fin Nifty created new all-time high and FMCG also created new all-time high. So today's range more than 400 points range with huge volatility, 300 points up, 400 points up, again 300 points down and again 350 points up. So more than 1100 points swing happened on Nifty. So coming to weekend, the percentages, so daily Nifty was up by around 1.5% and weekly 1.7%, whereas Bank Nifty up by 1.5% today, and weekly this was significant up, approximately 3.6% upside Bank Nifty, and IT flat and weekly minus 2.7%. So Fin Nifty 1.5% up on daily basis and 3.4% up on weekly basis. So mid cap was neutral today and weekly basis around 2% negative, and Reliance stock of the town today it's up by 1.1%. And weekly candle just flat, so just weekly also it's almost all 1% up. So coming to our data points, so Nifty clearly showcased its strength once it's opened above last week's high. So last week high was somewhere 25,433 mark. So morning opened almost all above that level, 25,433 level. First candle itself came to that level, and from there it took support and all the way it went till 25,800. So from 25,433 to almost all 25,800 level. So 915 to 130, it has created 400 points plus, and suddenly from 130 to 135, 300 points, more than 300 points down, and from here to here again another 300 points up. So 400 plus 300, 700, 700 plus 350. So 1050 points swings happened, just 3 swings only. 3 swings also bigger swings, so it's very difficult to do intraday. Why? Because 100 points or 152 points are quite natural, but more than 400 points, more than 300 points, 350 points swing, very difficult to handle. So especially option sellers also it's very difficult. So from here to here, here to here, here to here, so it's a huge swings. But as per our levels, market took support at 100%. And next 123.6% of last week's range and 138.26% of last week's range. So almost all the way it went till 161.8% of last week's range. So even monthly data is also indicating, so once it closes above 123.6%, almost all it went till 138.2% of last month's range. So this is one of the important levels, and as per intraday, market took support at 23.6% levels. So yesterday's level 23.6% was the today's low, and from there maybe first half an hour it was profit booking. From there all the way it went till 138.2% of yesterday's range. So there it took almost 2 hours time to clear that level. Once it clears, it went all the way till 178.6%, that is 25,800 level. So since last 4 days, so Monday to Thursday, we keep on suggesting that there are 2 important resistance points as per weekly data and monthly data. One is at 25,600 level, that is weekly's resistance, and one more is at 25,650 to 25,700 level, that is monthly's resistance. So morning before 130, market waited almost 2 hours at 25,700 level. After that, once it breaks 25,700, it went till 25,800. From 25,800 to all the way it came back to 25,487 level, and from there it went till 25,850 level. So even in our yesterday's analysis, we clearly mentioned that 25,590 to 25,593, these two are important resistance as per weekly and monthly is 123.6%. So 123.6%, somewhere it is indicating over here. Even yesterday also it took resistance over there, 25,600. From there market fallen down till 25,400 below, and from there it went and closed above 25,400 level. So today also it took almost 2 hours resistance at 25,600 to 25,700, and from there it went 25,800. So almost all today's high was indicating 25,850 level, and 161.8% of last week's data is also indicating somewhere 25,850 level. So from 100%, so today's open is 100% level, and today's close is today's high is almost 161.8%. And next week, these two would be the probable numbers for Nifty. So 25,955, which is indicating 150% of last month's range. So we have 5 more days to close the monthly candle, and 26,117 is final call, which is equal to 161.8% of last month's range. So 2 important targets are there for next week as well as this month. So one is 25,955. So today's high was 25,850, another 100 points. And once it breaks 25,955, we may expect till 26,118 level. And as per major important data points, 25,991 and 26,174. So these two are indicating same levels. So Fibonacci retracement is one level, it is indicating 25,955, and our important data points 25,991. Why we are saying confidently? So this is monthly level. So this is monthly resistance. Today it was closed above that level, 25,700 level. So it's almost all closed 25,800 above, but the settlement price is indicating 25,790. So 25,700 would be the bigger support for the markets now. So 25,700 to 25,991 is the next probable number. And after that, this is the next probable number. So both major pivot points as well as the monthly's FRE, Fibonacci retracement and extension levels are indicating same points. So 25,955, 25,991, 26,117 and 26,174. So this would be the final call. So 26,174. And coming to Bank Nifty created new all-time high. So 54,000 mark. So it's crossed 54,000 mark. So today's high was 54,067. So even in yesterday's analysis, we clearly mentioned that 52,300 to 52,500 was the major resistance for this week and this month also, but yesterday's close was above that 52,500. So that's why from there it took another 1,500 points within 1 or 2 days. So 54,000 mark was indicating this one. So almost all monthly's final data point. So we don't have data points above that level, 54,000 mark, but as per Fibonacci retracement and extension, it is indicating 200%. So today's high is almost all, monthly is 200%. So last month's 200%. So the next important levels would be these two, 54,624 and 54,950 mark. So next week we may see 55,000 mark. So there are two important levels, 54,624 and 54,950. So coming to IT, so last 2 days negative was arrested somewhat. So IT, yeah, it's up by just 0.62%. So 42,200. So 42,200 level. So it's above 78.6% of last month's range. So it may retest till 42,900 to 44,000 levels once again. So coming to index movers. So Nifty, out of 50, 43 are in positive side. The total contribution around 400 points, majorly from two banks, ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank. And across all the sectors, so all were closed in green, so more than 1% to 1.5%. So real estate was in Nifty Realty was up by more than 3%, and none of the counters closed negative, all are in positive, only 1% to 1.5%. So broad-based rally, so more than 422 points range created for Nifty. So only one thing, so public bank sector, it was closed in negative, SBI and IndusInd Bank, and TCS and LTI Mindtree both also very nominal negative, not that much bigger. As per weekly data, last 5 days, Nifty was contributed around 434 points. And out of that, positive side around more than 600 points and negative side about 150 points. So majorly ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank contributed about 280 points out of 600 points. So 280 points contributed by these two banks. And TCS Infosys was around 80 points negative side. So including HCL Tech, these three more than 90 points negative side contributed. So bank side big rally, IT side a small dip downside, and monthly data for last 20 days it is indicating so 555 points plus, and out of that 900 positive side and 300 negative side. Even last 20 days data is also clearly indicating its banks rally. So HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Axis, Kotak, all these four more than 300 points contributed out of 900 positive side. So sentiment wise 33 out of 50 and positive side, and 17 out of 50 are in negative side. So coming to NSE++, so all major indices, Nifty showing its strong bullish, and Bank Nifty is also indicating strong bullish, and IT somewhat in neutral. So Fin Nifty also indicating strong bullish, mid cap in neutral, and Reliance bullish. So Reliance was turned out into positivity. So last 2 weeks it was in downside. So today, this week, clearly it was entered into bullish plus. So weekly, as per weekly data, Nifty was up by 1.7% and Bank Nifty was up by 3.6%. IT was down by 2.7%. So Fin Nifty was up by 3.5%. Mid cap was down by 1.8% and Reliance was up by around 1%. So talk of the town, this week it's banks clear-cut rally, so more than 3.5%. Coming to weekly data, last 20 days data, Nifty was up by 2.2%, banks was up by close to 5%, IT was down by 1.5%, Fin Nifty was up by 5%, mid cap was down by 0.5%, and Reliance was down by 1.6%. So coming to NSE, all are filled with full green colors. So Nifty, all the time frames are showcasing clear-cut bullish, and banks are also clear-cut bullish. IT somewhat negativity in shorter time frames, and monthly was indicating neutral and weekly data is indicating bearish, but longer term time frames are indicating bullish. Whereas Fin Nifty also with full green color paint all the time frames, mid cap is also indicating somewhat neutral for short term time frames, whereas long term time frames are indicating full green. So Reliance slowly picked up. So this week it was entered into red color, green color from red color. So slowly monthly data is also entered into neutral zone. So next week we may expect some more rally from Reliance. So anyhow, higher time frames, half yearly and quarterly still not in clear cut signal, but as per yearly data it is still indicating bullish. So coming to Nifty plus, so Nifty, Bank Nifty, IT, Reliance, so these three are major contributors for Nifty. So Nifty plus is clearly indicating that. So Nifty, Bank Nifty, IT Nifty, Reliance, these three moves how it is. So generally weekly data, what it is suggesting, Bank Nifty is in upside, IT is in downside as per weekly's data, and Reliance is in upside. So out of 3, 2 are indicating positive, 1 is with negative. So as per weekly's data, who are the best performers and who are the poor performers? M&M was one of the best performer, so more than about 8% up, ICICI Bank around 7% up, Nestle India around 6.5% up, NTPC 5.5% up, and L&T 5% up. Out of 55 counters, up by 4%, 5% to 8%, and the poor performers are TCS, so down by around more than 5%, Grasim around 4% down, BPCL around 3.5% down, HCL Tech around 3% down, Tata Motors around 2%. So even at these higher levels of Nifty, we have some companies which are available at cheaper prices. So TCS, Grasim, BPCL, HCL Tech and Tata Motors. So those who are plan to long-term investment, so these are the best bets. So that's all about today's analysis. So as per today's closing, Nifty may expect 26,000 to 26,150 to 170 levels in next week, and banks more than 54,000 mark crossed, so we may expect another 1,000 points rally next week. So 55,000 would be the next level for banks. So IT and Fin Nifty, anyhow it's Fin Nifty is also continuing, it may cross 25,000 mark also. So IT and Reliance also slowly it is enter into positive zone. So that's all about today's analysis. We'll meet on next analysis. Thank you so much.